All right, here we go. Going live. Here we go. Well, I kind of, I can, my whistling kind of varies there. Just gonna see, kind of a silent whistle there, a little bit there. Yep. Anyway, and like I say, that's some, like I say, I don't say it's now as far as hearing, whistling and stuff like that. It kind of varies with me because the reason I'm saying that because for some, I know some certain person at work I told that I could that the whistling kind of irritated me, and I know that's gonna sound kind of weird. It just, but the thing is, it's not. It doesn't irritate me all the time. It's just at certain times it does for some reason. I think like maybe I guess because I'm when I'm at work, I'd be thinking of stuff, and yeah, so yeah, that's kind of that there, but kind of an odd way to start this, but well, there was whistling in that little short to advertise the stream, so yeah. So yeah, this is gonna all right. So kind I can text around there, just kind of see who all's coming in there. This is gonna yeah, tried to start this as early as I could there. This is gonna be kind of a compared to at least my other stream, it's gonna be kind of a slightly over 2 hours kind of stream there. And then surprisingly, after after when the stream's over and everything, then I gotta go back in, change clothes, and go to work at midnight. Wow, he's like it's like working two shifts, kind of sort of there, but fortunately, I was able to get me a really good amount of sleep this morning. Okay, just making sure I ain't making sure. Okay, yeah, but I was able to get me a good amount of sleep this morning, so yeah, I'm almost pretty much hyped up there at this moment there. So yeah, go work, do the stream with you guys, and then try to get through my long 8 hour shift and just sort of gotta get gotta do and get out. So yeah, what's going on, Janera? Janera, first one here. How's it going? Say so. You say Janera and also Billy. Um, And also, I run. Now, I'm going to mention this at the end of the stream too, but little ironic piece of information since you're here. Um, I'm actually not tomorrow, but at some point, possibly next week, I will be doing a live stream, as Tommy would say, as Tommy said in the episode of Dino Thunder, my history as a Power Ranger. Yeah. So yeah, gonna be kind of that. That's gonna be next week though. Like I said, got a little something different in this stream, but yeah, next week, yeah, we'll yeah, that's what I'll be. But I came up with some things with some Power Ranger related things, and yeah, trust me, growing up with Power Rangers as a kid, yeah, I had quite a bit of Power Ranger fantasies there. So yeah, there. So yeah, that was that. You hear all about that in probably not in the first stream next week after of course Sunday's usual Bible reading stream. But yeah, some one of the weekdays of next week though. So yeah, that's the heads up on that. So I guess the others are gonna kind of running a little late. So it's I kind of got this from my folks there. I just got on and kind of start there. I was a little late getting in here myself there, trying to set everything up, but like I say, still getting better. Um, so for this stream, yes, and also just want to let you know, make definitely not only yeah definitely put some likes in the chat. I'm gonna mention that as other people come in here, and also definitely uh, definitely like I say as I go through this, I know I kind of talk a lot, pretty much like my boy EJ the Supreme. We both some big talkers. Uh, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, as I'm going through, like you say, you hear something you want to comment on. Yeah, definitely. Hey Gabe, I got a question there. Hey Gabe, this is what I think of that. So yeah, get some interaction in there. There's any point in the stream now. So yeah, that's so that way like I say, that's one point of the live stream. Definitely got to interact there. So the first, okay, so looking through, as I say, journals, writings, some artwork, and more. And I say old journals, writings, and artwork because yeah, these are from just like in the last stream I was talking about how growing up in the church. Here, growing up with journals, writings, and artwork. So yeah, like I say, this like I say, all the books I talk about, yeah, they be going up. Hey, what's going on, Desmond? So yeah, I know. Definitely, I know you in a good mood, buddy. I can tell by your emoji you in a good mood there. I'm in a good mood too. There, I'm kind of hyped up here. So, I'm doing real good, man. I'm hyped. Matter of fact, a lot better than. Matter of fact, even better than I was yesterday. As I say, I rested up this morning. Pretty much slept half the morning because at that's what I'm gonna be here for a while. But at midnight, I have to be at my day job, but at night. So this the Thursday's the only day of the week I have to be there at midnight. Yeah, whoever decided on that. But yeah, but yeah, I got me some rest up this morning. I'm as they had me some good eats and energy drinks. So I'm hyped up here. So yeah, so yeah, do you get okay, got to correct that. Okay, but okay, while he's still working on that message, but yeah, like I say, yeah, I'm hyped up. So yeah, what we about to go into, y'all. Get comfortable. Get get doing. Yes, I actually do. Now unlike EJ's there, and let's see. Oh, okay. Let's say okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm really and yeah, I'm glad. Billy makes it make you feel that's really good. 'Cause, I mean, we all we go through something. We got to have some way to cope with that. That's real important. That's really important to have some kind of coping mechanism to get us through life. There, yeah, no, yeah, it gets because yeah, everybody has some kind of rough patch that they go through, and they have got to have some way to get through that. There, 'cause trust me, it can life can be pretty difficult and not be fair all the time. So that's good to have some way to cope with them. And to Desmond, yes, I like I said, I do have a schedule. The thing with my schedule, like you heard EJ, he said his is every Monday and Friday. And then like if something changes, he let you guys know. But normally Monday and Friday. Mine as a because I don't have the type of work schedule that he does, the 9 to 6. That would be kind of nice. May it could be, um, but because mine, I have to. Like see like Thursday, I go in midnight to 8 at work. Other mornings, I'm usually opening up at like 6 o'clock. So, but here's the thing: I don't work straight Monday through Friday like EJ does. I could possibly my off days vary on my day job, so that affects me here. So every time I get my work schedule from work, um, I have to sort of work around my live streams around the work schedule, and not just my work schedule, but also like my wife's and things that we might have planned too. So it kind of varies. Sunday, I always try to do a Bible reading live stream every Sunday, unless something comes up. But most Sundays, I try to do that as soon as I get out of church there, or if I had to work that Sunday, as soon as I get out of there. So it just the time kind of varies. That's what this is my work schedule and other things kind of vary. Um, what I could possibly do um, is probably because I don't usually get my work schedule till like latest of Saturday. Sometime I might be able to get it Friday, but then there's a chance they might change it. But usually the final confirmed schedule usually Saturday. So maybe once I get it, I can plan out live stream stuff like that. Like I said, I'll see if I can do that. And just like how I've seen like YouTubers like Tim Reacts, they have like schedules of when they be releasing different videos and stuff like that. So maybe if I'm able to, I can try to plot out like a weekly schedule from week to week there. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. If And like I say, that it like like Jesus say, that is our choice there. But yeah, but like I say, yeah, with the life, no, about yes, yeah, yeah, it is, yeah, you definitely, and not just other religion, but like your work, his that's part, which is part of world history in general, because it's good to have information on those type of things, and like I say, the more you know about different things, the more some that could like I say, even if it doesn't now, maybe like later down in your life, you might, maybe I want to, do this, just saying, because um I've seen cases of people just who they that didn't really believe in Christ or anything like that, and they have friends that are Christians there, and somewhere down the line they got influenced to, you know, like, hey, I see you Christian everything. I want to do like what you're doing, buddy. So it does happen there. I'm just saying there, but yeah, but like I say, so yeah, that's what I might do with the schedule. With the schedule, try if I'm able to, and then it also depends on how that goes as well there. So yeah, so here, but until then, yeah, like I say, tonight, tonight, yeah, we're here tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a very special stream there. Very special. But not only me, but also you guys as well. And I will stay tuned at the end of the stream. I will definitely let y'all know what that stream is there. Yeah, I'm gonna. But it's definitely gonna be something really special tomorrow night. It definitely linked with, like the books that I kind of linked with the books that I write and everything. So yeah. And this what we're doing here is linked with the books I write, because I mean, um, it's going about the Captain America movie. Um, okay, I mentioned a lot of it in the review that I did with EJ, and with EJ and my wife, and also our friend Casey, the friend Demar. It's probably more than likely it's going to be around 8, as it usually, like just like this one was. Like the usual live stream time around 8 o'clock there. Um, yeah, that's yeah. That way, give me plenty of time to get ready and everything. Um, but yeah, I mentioned most of the stuff I like about Cap in the review that was made there. But just a little brief of it. But yeah, definitely, after the stream, definitely check out the review so you get more in it, because we talked a long time in that review. Uh, but just a little bit. One thing I could definitely say I liked about it, I like uh, Sam Wilson becoming Captain America because they built him up in the Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus series. They built him up to becoming that, and kind of seeing how he handled the mantle and everything, and as well as also up against Red Hulk and stuff. Kind of reaching out to President Ross. What I did not like, I don't think I did now. I'll say it here because I actually forgot to mention this in the review, so I'll say it to you guys here. One thing I did not like, and it's just a small nitpick. I feel like the Red Hulk should have been shown a little bit more than he was because of how they advertised it and everything. Um, I like all the other stuff that happened in the movie, but I feel like maybe they should have at least had, I would say, at least one other Red Hulk transformation. Like maybe what they could have done. Spoiler alert. Maybe what they could have done in, I think, like one of the earlier scenes of the movie. They was trying to get like the adamantium over in Japan and stuff. Maybe they could have had a scene in there where he hulked out off screen, and all of a sudden you just see this big red Hulk coming out, um, and then it's like, well, where did he come from and everything, and then cut to the president all like, whoa, what's going on? And they get him tended to and everything, but they don't know that something happened to him. Then the big reveal be at the White House, and they all see it right in front of him turning into the Red Hulk. So yeah, maybe something like that there, but maybe like I say, but it's a minor thing in bed. But I still, but yeah, still enjoyed the movie there though. Just a minor thing, So yeah, so yeah, did you? Oh, okay, okay. Well, if you're able, like I say, if you're able to come in, doors open. Doors always open. Um, and to say, we will be we will be definitely be here. Um, so yeah, just as I say, come as I say, come when when you're able to. You just hop right on in there, buddy. Yeah, yeah. There's some water in here. I'm gonna need that water. Okay, I almost feel like I'm drinking it from the well. Yeah. So anyway, so dive right into these journals and writings of mine and little artwork there. It was a great it's a great day. I got really well rest. I was pretty much resting most of the day, and then woke up to eat. So I say a really good day. Let's say kind of, as they say, healed up from my long day at work yesterday. So yeah, really good day. Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, I know I was shitting it. I know I streamed yesterday, but yeah, trust me, I was trying to hurry up and get to yesterday's stream because they had me at work so long. So yeah, I needed that rest this morning. So yeah, so gee, one of my okay. What is it in the what you one of your plays that you was in there? Is that what you're talking about, Desmond? Yeah. So, that what you're in a game? Oh, okay, okay. The game. Okay. Okay. If, what kind of what which game? Are you talking about like a sport game or a video game? There, just wondering there. Okay. Was- Oh, in the video game. Okay. Yeah, that is a hmm, make I kind of makes me think of when I played I mentioned before Star Tropics number 2 and actually beat the whole game in one night and, and then told one of my mom's friends about it. So yeah, that oh boy, yeah, that is an accomplishment, buddy. Yeah. Okay, so but yeah, so without further ado, let's this right here. This is the first of my journal. Actually, I know it says diary on it, and I know first. Oh, Elden Ring. Yep. Yeah, I've been here. I just watched DJ's Monday night stream. I'm sorry I wasn't there because I had because like I said they had me working that night of all things. Now then had to come back Tuesday morning. So yeah, that's why I missed that. But I did. I just recently finished watching the Monday night stream that from you guys. Yeah, I heard y'all talking about that Elden Ring again. So yeah, oh yeah. So yep. So look, so I know this says diary on here, not journal, but and a lot of time, most people, even myself, I'm guilty of it, have considered like diaries to be more toward like the girls and the journals, the boys. Just now it can go either way because you got some girls with journals, and apparently I got a diary here, so it could go either way. It's just society is mostly kind of like that. And like I say, I've been guilty of that too. But here I go. Basic. I definitely one reason I got this, despite that, was because Garfield was on it, and of course I'm a big fan of Garfield. So yeah, so go in here. Got a little latch there. Now I'm not. Now there's gonna be some entries I will. There's some like I said I read some of them, but not every entry. See, there's a little picture there. I drew a Garfield right there in the book there, standing on the road there. Might need to move his foot off that road because car come over there and it run over his foot there. so there was one. Let's see. Got pretty much like things I did. This was mostly written back in night. These entries were from 1999. Basically in the summertime here. What? Okay. Well, I tell you one thing about drawing and any artwork, Desmond. Now I know it isn't for everybody, but like I say, if you were like if you really wanted to get into it, one thing you got to know, it does take a while because like I say, now like I say, I'm pretty good with drawing myself, but I wasn't always good at drawing. But the thing was, I started at a young age drawing. Like from when I first learned how to even write, I was drawing, I was doodling stuff in a doodle pad and everything. So obviously when I first started, yeah, started off I was stick figures and pretty much doodles. But over time I kept at it because I liked doing it. I kept at it and I started to get better with it. Because I remember the best thing though, what I was really good with drawing at when I first started was animals. I could do like animated animals, like cartoon animals. I could do them really good. But I was really bad with drawing people. Like I remember first time I drew John Arbuckle from the Garfield comics, or Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. They did not look very good there. But I kept doing it. The more I kept doing it, and I'd be like looking at what I was drawing, I got a lot better. So that's a little bit like, yeah. If you get into drawing and like like you decide you want to do it, yeah, just know it's gonna take some practice there. Yeah. So yeah, like I say, you might. Yes, you definitely do. Cause that I had to practice. I had to practice too. Yeah, and that's why I say if you want to get into it, you have to want to because that's what's gonna make you want to do it there. So let's see. Let's turn a few here. So I mentioned so one entry I mentioned about hanging with one of my cousins there, Tiffany, and the fact of us going to CC's Pizza, playing them Nintendo, and then going walking around the track. We got some areas around here. They call them the track, sort of like a more like not like a racer, but I'm not sure if how it would be in other areas, but yeah, then we got like a right like a gravel. track that we walk around there. My mom and I would take walks around it and stuff like that. A lot of time they have it at like schools or libraries there. Do I have a console? At the moment, I do not. But when I had a game console, the ones I had Nintendo and PlayStation, and I had that all throughout elementary and middle school. Eventually, I even had got like a Game Boy, then of course the Game Boy Advance, and also I did get Nintendo DS. Some of my cousins had Sega games I would play whenever I was over at their house. And then when I got in high school, I got Nintendo 64. Well, actually, Nintendo GameCube from another one of my cousins there. He sold it to me there. Um, so those are the game systems I pretty much had. And then like I just said, Nintendo DS. I don't really have any now because a lot of time I be like stuff with the channel and writings channel, and then also my wife stuff like that. And work be kind of have me busy, but I have every so often I have managed to take out some time to play some video games on the GBA. This is how I do it. Let me show it to you on my. They have an app on the phone that I just recently discovered called Lucky Emulator. Y'all see it right there, Lucky Emulator. And that app, when you go to it, that it comes out just like it allows you to download Game Boy games, and yeah, they do. I think I have to pay something every year to keep this in here. But right now, I'm currently replaying my Pokemon Fire Red game there. See on the little screen right there, and check that out. Yep, plays just like your just like your Game Boy or Game Boy. Yeah, turn it like that. You can do that too. Yeah. Yep. So that's the only kind of game that I've been doing, and the only reason why because I can I can carry this where it's mobile. I can carry, but I have not sat down to play something like Nintendo or PlayStation in a long time there. Yeah, again because of the time and stuff and other stuff I'll be doing. But yeah, something that I can carry with me anywhere. Yeah, I can make some time for that now. Yeah, yeah. That's one thing about when you grow up. Yeah, you get into new stuff, and sometimes other stuff you end up having to like you don't have time for the other stuff that you used to do sometimes. Yeah. Let's see. I got one entry here where I mentioned about my mom. Okay, so 90. So just before this was written before I got into the summer, right before I entered the sixth grade. So this is when mom got her new car. It was a white Corolla, and for a while she was still keeping the old car that she had was a Bronco, and she was still we had two cars now in the driveway that she would sometimes she drive the Bronco and sometimes she drive the little white Corolla. Yep. So that was when she got. Now I see when she got that July the 24th of 1999. Yep. So then I got in here mentioned about different Pokemon episodes I was looking at, like one of Diglett and Duck Trio. Diglett, Diglett, Trio, Trio, Trio. Diglett, Trio, 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 Trio. Yep. Then let's see, going to this got a lot of short entries there. Um, oh my, today's cinema theater. I'm thinking this is the okay. So on July the 30th of 1999, cinema theater closed in our area. This is not 10th. Now we do have a movie theater here in Shreveport. It's a real big place. I'm pretty sure EJ told you guys about it when we all went to see Captain America. Um, but the cinema theater I'm talking about in this journal is one we used. It used to be a theater that was right down the street from my grandparents. Right, matter of fact, you could probably walk from my grandparents' house to this movie theater, it was kind of a low. They didn't charge a whole lot at this theater. It was sort of a value, I guess you could say, sort of like Family Dollar meets the movies. But we've been to this theater quite a bit. Uh, One thing I definitely forgot to. Okay, were you in there? That okay? There was okay. You saw me and EJ. We were sitting in the back because we were kind of tall. So tall. The girls that were up front on the right was my wife, of course, Queen Tina, and on the left was a friend of ours, Casey, also known as Rain Roberts on YouTube, and also I sometimes call her Big Sis Casey because she's like a year older than me, and I like my big sister. So yeah, so that's who was in there with me there. And to say EJ, wifey, and my big sister. Yeah, so yeah, we had to say having a good time there. Ooh boy, especially seeing the old cat there. Yes, let's see, gotta go. Ooh, cool. Let's see, wait. Crackers and Kool Aid. I had some weird eating gap. I still kind of do. I still kind of do some weird eating habits. Like got an entry talking about me eating crackers with Kool Aid, dipping them in the Kool Aid, and then I'm thinking about trying them in milk. Ooh boy, that kind of reminds. There's a Oh, you haven't seen the review? Oh yeah, you definitely gotta definitely gotta check that review out. It's up on the channel there. You'll see like a picture of a bunch of pretty much all four of us in cap like we're wearing Captain America outfits. Which I actually did that with the AI thing. Made they have like a thing you can put yourself in a Captain America outfit there. So yeah, you'll see an image of that with the title of the video. So yeah, definitely check that out. It is good. It's like I say, it's good. It got like I say before, it got every movie has its nitpicks, but it's good though. A bit of it. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yes. See more episodes. Yeah, let's see this one. Now some of the others that I'm gonna pull out have a little bit more. I had there's even a image of oh yes mentioned about watching an episode of Pokemon the Psychic. Oh, that's what. So look like September. I'm seeing here September the 18th. Got a ended up getting a two VHSs, Psychic Surprise and Prehistoric Pokemon. Two Pokemon VHSs there, and even even was imagining my cousin Tiffany as a Pokemon trainer with some of the same Pokemon that Misty had, but at a high level. uh, and let's see, place the and I even imagined like my Pokemon like a band almost there. Like I had some of the Pokemon that I really like. I'd be imagining myself as a trainer too. Like I had a Pikachu, a Rattata. Yes, I definitely do. Yeah, that was actually um I won't I won't say exactly the first anime that I've been exposed to. The first anime I was exposed to was Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, but Pokemon when I got exposed to it, I watched it more and actually got into like like what it was about and everything. When I saw Sailor Moon, I didn't really get into it when I saw it, but I was basically just looking at how pretty the girls were. And I imagined myself as Tuxedo Mask because he looked cool. And DBZ, I just saw like little bits of it, but it looked cool though. Yeah, it looked cool. Like but Pokemon, yeah, it was cool as well. But I actually got into and one thing that really helped me learn a lot about it and got me more invested with that was the Pokemon games and stuff. So I had like Pokemon Blue, and then eventually I got Pokemon Yellow, where you could have Pikachu follow you around. But like, never like that, man. Oh man, you missing out. That I never, and I'm not hating. I'm not hating or anything. I'm just saying, but it kind of surprises me. Like, now I know everybody like what they like, but I say people like the like say my generation or even like your generation kind of surprises me about the not like an anime because the way and it's just me the way I look at it, I'm thinking like because I didn't even know when I got into Pokemon stuff like that. I did not know about the genre anime. I didn't know that's what it was. I didn't know Pokemon was considered an anime. I just thought of it, another TV show, and I liked it. So first thing that kind of come to my mind, people mention that, I'm like, but I was like, yeah, if you see something, and it's like, oh, this is cool, I like it, it's just you just like it, even if you don't know the genre of it. There's the yeah, that always kind of confused me, but as I say, sometimes you don't understand everything in life there. But I mean, but there's a lot of good stuff with anime there. It all it and the different it's different shows in it. It just kind of varies on what you're into in general, and like maybe um it's just like say a good example like some people may like okay like say for instance um I might be into let's say like a big sis Casey. She's not really into SpongeBob, but she likes Courage the Cowardly Dog. So well, I mean it. That's the thing. That's the thing. It doesn't really have to be a specific thing to start with. It's um best Pokemon is actually the best thing to start. In my opinion, Pokemon to me is pretty much like the baby steps for anime. Not literally for a baby, but like a baby step. Like somebody like I say somebody that's just getting into anime, or maybe they don't completely understand it, the genre, or Pokemon is probably because there's a lot of things in it when you watch the show, and then they got the video games that really kind of can help you uh, get into the show, just like any other TV show that you get into. Yeah, so it's like I say, it's and then like I say, even if you're still not understanding it, that's why there's all it's most people say demons say yeah there are I have now that's an anime I have not seen, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Um, And I tell you another anime that's really close to my heart, Yu-Gi-Oh, because that show kind of helped me through high school. Helped me through high school, and when I first watched that, like just like you told me that you didn't really get the anime thing. When I watched Yu-Gi-Oh, I did not get it. It looked cool, but I didn't get what was going on. I watched like several episodes of it. I was like, this is kind of cool, but but I don't know what's going on. And then that's when I met Casey, one of the ones that's in one of the ones in our video. And when after and when I and she told me about what Yu-Gi-Oh was about when we watched it together, and that's how I understand Yu-Gi-Oh now. So yeah, like I say, sometimes you might need another person to help you understand it there. Yeah, so that can help there. Yeah, if in sixth grade was hard because of your oh boy, yeah. Probably I think one of my roughest. I think I mentioned before, but one of my roughest teachers would be the eighth grade there. And I think I had one in seventh grade too. There, the science, seventh grade science teacher, always on my case about being tardy and giving me detention. Eighth grade teacher, we so we had a head, we just had a head butt most of the time. So, not literally butting heads, but metaphorically. Yeah. So yeah, I had some rough ones too there. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm reading right here. September the 18th of 1999. I mentioned in here about playing with my cousin Tiffany and another and her brother. Not gonna say his name. But we were we were at my granny's house and we started pretending like we was in Star Wars there, mixed with Pokemon. And so, and me and her brother were fight were I know this might no you might be like when I mention this, but we were using our we were using our socks and hitting each other with them like they were lightsabers. Boom, 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 boom. And so it's like so her brother sent robot spaceships to attack. There's like 100 of them. Ship damage. Pikachu goes out there. Oh no! They sent and I think Pikachu was like Tiffany was like the nurse here. Oh my goodness. then we have Pidgeotto use Gust Attack. Now I'm thinking I'm thinking about this. We're in outer space. How in the world would Pidgeotto be able to breathe out there? I think that I had a young teacher recording. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I say this. Let's say there's say good ones and bad ones of different ages. There, that's all. Like I say, that's all. And I say that, and as I mentioned before, like I said, I've encountered good and bad. Say, fifth grade, okay, fifth grade, okay, yeah, but yeah, like I say, I've encountered some rough ones as well there, and matter of fact, I may have mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. Um, had this one college professor uh, in my second semester for math, then algebra actually, and yeah, he taught, but he didn't seem like he really didn't really. I mean, it's almost like he was a robot when he be teaching then, and he sort of like towards. It seemed like he didn't really like me a whole lot there. Mm, yeah, I kind of did not get a good vibe from this guy here. Yeah, it was pretty kind of a rough dude there. Mm, okay, was that bad, huh? Yep. Mm, well, that's a pretty bad teacher there out there. So, mm, yeah, test. Okay, I'm going in there. Okay, send the sister. Okay, got more. School went great. School went great. Okay, so there's not quite a lot more in this one there. Okay, there is one. I think I got one where I spent the night over at my grandparents' house there. Had like a little list of stuff I brought with me, and that very next morning after that, how bad you? Oh boy, let's okay, yeah, 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 you can put them in there. Yeah, you can put them in there. Let's say, like I say, that's we kind of we talk about flashback. We got flashbacks going with this, so yeah, it's bringing forth other flashbacks there. Yeah, let's see, but according to this, November 26, 1999. That's when. Now I think it was out before then, but I take it back. November 27th of 1999. That's when my mom took me to see. the Pokemon, the first movie, Mew versus Mewtwo. So that's when the first Pokemon movie came out. Then it came home and played Super Mario nonstop there. So yeah, that's a yep. But so that was yeah when the Pokemon movie came out there. Let's see. Then I even wrote a little bit in the seventh grade here. Um, about the when I was talking about the new Digimon season that had come out and everything, and explaining about that there. Yeah, and there's a let's see. Okay, I think this is pretty much yeah, it's pretty much just yeah. I mean, talking about Digi and also about author and stuff like that. Yeah. So let's see what you got here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My God. I yelled at you for getting one. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, there's some no what it I don't know what it is. What makes a person do be like that there? That's a, mm, it's, yeah, it's really something what how why people are like that there. But like you say, it's say you never but I know now if something like let's see, yelled at I tell you what, if something like that, I would say now if nowadays if something like what you just mentioned, Desmond, had happened, probably that probably would have you probably would have seen possibly seen that on TikTok or YouTube, and I've seen like they have people be secretly filming when they have stuff like that going on there. Mhm. Yeah, and let's say, but yeah, if she ended up getting put on today's day TikTok and YouTube, yeah, don't think a lot of people will be seeing that there, or seeing her like that there. Yeah, but this is from my oh my oh excuse me. Oh okay, if you did that, okay. Mm, yeah. Oh boy. So, but yeah, it's some pretty bad ones out there now. And that's it's a little picture I drew of Terriermon from Digimon Tamers. He was that's my favorite Digimon from Tamers. This is what I watched in the eighth grade there. So obviously I was imagining myself in that there. Capital. Okay. Oh, there's a little typo there. Okay. And so, oh, thank you. Yep. So in the eighth grade, eighth grade there with a little puppy on it there, as EJ be saying about his dog. Who's your puppy? Who's your puppy? What you doing, puppy? So yeah, no, I'm not sure. I did tell him. He he mentioned he might be showing up. He might possibly show up a little later there. Because he mentioned about a choir rehearsal today. There, he wasn't for sure if they were going to have it or not. So I'm assuming they may have had it today. So yeah, he might. So he might be a little late coming in there. So we'll be here for a while though. Yeah. So yeah, he'll probably I guess with as soon as he can try to join in if he's able to there. Yeah. So so apparently in here I put in here my name and stuff like that, and being how into Digimon I was, also one of the yes he is, yeah, choir director and the deacon, yeah. Being when I was growing up with stuff like Pokemon and Digimon as a kid, part of my mind, I guess I probably wanted it to be. I was thinking that a lot of it was real, and that I actually had Pokemon and Digimon with me. At this point, I was imagining myself with Terriermon as my Digimon partner, and also I was imagining one of the tamers from the show. Um, and this is back I'm 13 in when I wrote this. Um, I was imagining one of the tamers from the show who named Rika as my girlfriend. So I had a like an anime girlfriend here. Let me bring up a picture of her. Oh wait, okay, I brought up the wrong thing here. Rika, Rika from Digimon. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Okay, no, now. So yeah, that's a bit okay. That's good right there. Hold this. So this was as back in the eighth grade. This is who I imagined. This is who I was imagining my girlfriend was there. Yeah, it's a real tough. She's a real tough. She's a tough girl in the show. Real kind of tomboyish there. And this, I think they just showed. Okay, here it is. That's a picture of her Digimon Renamon, back to back with her. Real tough. Was a one of the strongest ones on the show there. Yeah. So yeah. So I was imagining her as my girlfriend back then there. Explained a little bit about Digimon and stuff like that. And I even wrote little as the day felt, huh? It could be. It could be. Sometimes it can kind of feel that way. I've kind of so some days, especially on the job there, I kind of felt like it was a little long or something like that there. Yeah, it can all kind of varies there. Yeah, but I wrote in here some what they call talk time, almost like a little skit here. I wrote it, and then I would change inks for it because I had like a multicolored pen back then. Uh, it might be. Oh, okay. Probably good. Oh, okay. Yeah, change that there. Uh, so this was one of those kids. It was me, Rika, Renamon, and Terriermon. They Rena was like, "It seems like Gabriel's mom is on the phone." And Terriermon's like, "It'll be Christmas when we work out." And Rika says this word that Terriermon always says, "Moment die." That's my word. Then get a new word. See? And I'm like, "Will you two grow up?" Well, she started it. You two can really make your mouth sweat. Good point. Now let's go work out. Yeah, little stuff like that I wrote in here. Let's see. Then there was sometimes I am let's see, gotta, let me further. Okay, it was sometimes I imagined myself going into might not need. Oh, okay, okay. But we mentioned the huh, oh, it was March the 31st in this book I was reading back then. What's the name of that book here? Probably shouldn't have skipped that. The Forbidden City. It was a book I was reading for school there. Uh, so we imagined ourselves in that. And there's one where I'm talking about there's a girl in my class who always was like felt like she was watching me in kind of a creepy way. Yeah, matter of fact, remember back in seventh grade, this be excited in there. That could be. Sometimes you're excited for something, yeah, you want to get right to it. There, I know I definitely have that going. I'm probably gonna be feeling that way um, during my next work shift that I have to go to at midnight. There, I'll probably be feeling that way. I'll be waiting to come back here to this house. yeah, that's a normal feeling there. As they say, I felt it myself. Yep. But yeah, bro. But yeah, Anna always was wanted. Like back in the seventh grade, there was this one time she kept looking at me and one of my friends that I was hanging out with because we were because they at my school they did not at my middle school they did not allow you to have electronic devices like like Game Boy and stuff like that. We had Me and a friend of mine had snuck our Digivices from the show Digimon and to secretly play with them without anybody knowing, and we were playing them in the classroom without the teacher knowing on silent, and we had to keep hiding them because this girl Anna kept looking back at us. And the tickets were, oh, okay, that's good. That's good that your mom can come see you perform there. But yeah, juice. And this thing, yeah, that's how she was there. And see, there was yeah, had some there was some digi battles in here. To, like I imagine my Digimon Terriermon fighting against an evil guy called Raremon that was attacking my mom's beautician there. There's mm, the breath of decay. And some other so basically just some digi battles in here. Here's a little drawing right there of Terriermon digivolving. Like Terriermon digivolve too. Oh. And when they digivolve in tamers, they always because they're like it's like data in physical form. So yeah, that look yeah, that's before they digivolve. That's him as Gargomon there. It'll be like this layer would come off of them, and then the new champion level layer comes on them there. Yeah, well, they kind of go in and out, but oh well. But let's see, and then let's see, there's some more digi battles there. Trying to see if there's any pictures in here that I can show you guys there. Yeah. Now this is probably not the best drawing in here. Like I say, I did not start off. Like I said, now there was some other drawings still did come out, but this one, because like I say, this is Mega Saint Gargomon, but they call him Mega Gargomon in the English dub. Um, and yeah, that's the closest I can get to how he looked in the show. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's the end of. Okay, so those were kind of short there. Now this was as you can see, it's a private on now. Okay, number one. This yes, it is. Oh, okay, okay, all right. Well, glad you was able to show up for a little bit there, and like I say, just to let you know, we will be back here at 8 o'clock tomorrow doing a very special stream on another little work of mine there. So, yep, if you can make it, if you can make it back, yeah, that's it'll be 8 p.m. tomorrow there, if you can there. Let's see, got some others coming in here. Okay, so any, okay, yeah, okay. Well, we will definitely look for you, buddy. Yeah, and anybody, the ones others that's coming in here, yep. You have a good night, Desmond. You have a good night. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow there. Huh. And those of you who are coming in, y'all definitely hit some likes in here. Hit some likes. Like it, like it, like it. So, yep. And so now going into this third journal of mine here. Um, Started on February 9th of 2002. Oh boy, we know we're going far back here. Eighth grade, 13 years old. Mentioned about my grand Big Papa and he and everything, different people. Um, and at the very beginning of this journal, I actually, now I mentioned earlier about Rika from Digimon Tamers. I pretended she was my girlfriend there. Kind of wished she was back then, but I actually did have a real girlfriend, according to here. Um, and say not let's see, yeah, but I had a real girlfriend here. I'm just gonna go by Patty. That's a we'll watch more of this trip. Okay, okay, okay. Yep. Well, you get to hear about Patty. Patty. Now that this now I'm not now her full name. I'm not gonna mention that, but I'm just mentioning the Patty part there. That's what a lot of people called her, Patty. Um, Almost like Doug's girlfriend in the show, Doug. And yeah, she was so back then, back during that time, she was my girlfriend. Uh, got to talk a lot at lunch and stuff like that about cartoons and pizza. So uh, then I got wrote in here of a Zeo Power Rangers battle. I actually had a Power Rangers Zeo fantasy in here. It was a storm of powerful lightning in the middle of the day. I would say the weather predicted a tornado warning. Then I got teleported in a flash of red. And I saw Alpha and Zordon there. They said, "Where? You're in the command center. My name is Alpha 5. And that's Zordon. We've called you for help. Look over on the TV over there." Supposed to be the viewing globe, but he said the TV. Like, and it's all and on the well, we're just gonna say viewing globe. On the viewing globe is a black war monster called War Evil. Yeah, he is called War Evil, formed by an evil robot gang referring to the Machine Empire. He's the one that's causing the storm. Use this to morph and stop him. So it's morphin' time. Zero Ranger 5, red. Zeo. My favorite book. Mm, listen, as of the moment, I would have to say the my favorite book as of this moment other would have to be the Yu-Gi-Oh, probably the Yu-Gi-Oh manga books there. So yeah, and yeah, definitely. That's one thing. Now I'm not now that's not going to be live stream, but I'm definitely going to do videos of me reading through the manga series of Yu-Gi-Oh there, and it's a real good series, definitely, especially the manga edit there. And it's probably going to be it's probably going to form a new playlist on the channel because of that, called Adult Swim, because it is kind of more geared with the teen demographic and up, not really what you want to put to little kids. Now, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, you could probably, elementary kids could probably look at that, uh, the English dub version of it. But yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, yeah, you would not want to show that to small children. Do you watch any? Yes, yep. Besides the Captain America movie we just recently saw, yeah, like I say, I know we've seen some other recent movies that's come out, like what you call it, Transformers One, and see another one that recently came out, Sonic Three. Sonic Three, we saw that in the theaters. That was real good, and we did and definitely saw the first two Sonic movies. um, Yep, and there's quite a few other movies that we've taken a look at and everything. Prefer horror movies. Yep, there's a few in the horror movies that I have seen. That I've seen. I know I've seen the Paranormal Activity series. Yeah, like six movies. I think there's supposed to be another one. I hadn't seen that one, but I've seen. the main six Paranormal Activity movies. Um, the recent horror movie I've seen is Megan. And there's supposed to be a sequel to that coming. But I seen the first Megan movie. That was kind of a bit of a horror there. AI doll that tries to take over the family, and also the Black Phone Friday. Yes, I heard him say that in when I watched on the replay the Monday stream. I did hear him say that. So yeah, yeah, that's the first time I've heard of Black Phone. So I'm definitely gonna check that out to see what that's all about there when he does it there. Didn't really like it. Okay, but well, I mean that's yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Only reason I like Megan because I thought because to me it was sort of like I guess I sort of looked at it and I saw it's a different way I looked at the movie. I looked at it as like a parent. I guess you could say like a PSA of parenting and coping with loss there. Like, child abduct. I didn't really think about it like that, but I guess you could say Megan. I guess you could say Megan kind of tried to abduct that girl a little bit. It's one way of looking at it. She was controlling, so yeah, that's one way to look at it there. But yeah, like I say, it's I kind of saw it as like a little PSA of spending time with your kids, also being careful, and also like coping with losses and stuff like that. How you and being careful how you cope with losses there. Yeah, so no, that was kind of how I looked at it there. And yeah, but I can understand, not everybody getting into it there. That's they lean heavily in. Okay. I will definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely check the stream out so I can see, yeah, see what that's all about there. Kind of curious about that there. Yeah. So yep. Oh yeah. So going back with what I said here. So yeah, after morphing, of course, they had a fight. Thought it was good. Had a good. Well, I guess we'll find out in DJ stream there. We go. Yeah, see him react to it and everything there. Yep. Now, maybe what I might do, because I'm pretty sure he brought if I can bring it up on Tubi, yeah, while he's reacting to it, I might have it playing on my phone there while I'm probably maybe look at it on here on the laptop there, because I can do Tubi on the laptop, but for some reason it sometimes it works. I've watched Tubi on the phone or it's on Peacock. Oh, okay, I might. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I'll still watch the stream though. I'll still watch the stream. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, but okay, so yeah, the battle. Okay, I'll check it out, see if it is there. But so you got a battle between me and this war evil guy, and uh, but he's way too powerful, and you think like it's all over, and then Zordon's like, press the M button, and next thing you know, I guess I pretty much got a battleizer and a giant sword, and then defeated War Evil. Go Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, and then I say I woke up with the morpher in my hand. Oh boy, my imagination is really active there. Yeah, so we got oh okay, a little bit about the next day. Wrote some. Okay, here's a and I wrote about there's a poem I wrote to my girlfriend back then to Patty. It's Valentine's Day, the day of love. In the day of love, in the air above, I went to knock on the Rhonda's door, for I would take her on a date. I was not late. She answered the door, and we were on our way. Me and LaRonda on Valentine's Day. Roses are red, violets are blue. It's that kind of thing there. Yeah. So, okay, so we got Zach going here. Um, something. Okay, okay, something else here. I got a few. You're good. Oh, thank you, Janera. Thank you. Yeah, like I say, there's two. I would say this. Like I said, I know I'm mainly into like adventure and fantasy adventure and superheroes and action, but I do have. But yeah, I do have a soft spot for romance there. So, yeah, there is. It's kind of mixed in with my other interests, but yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. Very yes, you are very welcome, Janera. Okay. Yeah, got and one thing I definitely I don't know if any of y'all ever done this in school, but I think it was eighth grade. We had what was called the like like you had to take care of an egg as if it was a baby there. Since Jamera mentioned about the kids there. Uh, oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, since you mentioned about the kids though, yeah, that made me think about the little egg assignment we had in eighth grade, where we had like I say pretend it was a baby, and yeah, we got graded on how well we took care of it there. No one, right. Hmm. Any other show? Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of other shows that aren't in the anime genre that I like. I definitely like The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. Fresh Prince, sister. Oh no, 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 it's good, it's good. Yeah, like I say, we have other interests too. There, that's the whole thing about getting to know folks. Sister Sister. That was an old show that came out back then. And yeah, I may have possibly had a crush on the twins back then when I watched the show. um, the oh boy, it's a lot of different shows. Thomas the Tank Engine, Arthur. I know that was basically when I was like a little kid. Some of them and I still watch some of them today. Thomas Tank Engine, Arthur. I mentioned about Doug because I used that theme song from my short there. Um, and see what Beast Wars. Beast Wars is a really good show. It's a CGI, so it's sort of like a sequel to the G1 Transformer series. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. 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 Well, what kind of mainstream shows are you into there, Desmond? There. Yeah. But yeah, Beast Wars, and then let's see what else was there. They had I think I know there was also some other Squid Game and Stranger Things. I've heard of those shows. I've heard of those. I never um I might I never know. I'm not gonna it's a possibility because it may be because I think maybe they might be on Tubi. If they're on Tubi or Netflix, I would yeah I might need to especially Stranger Things because Casey, I think she may have seen that one. May have. I'm not sure, but I think she may have. Because I think I remember her telling me about that one there. And I've heard people talk about Squid Game there. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, it's so many. It's so many. So much stuff that I have. So much stuff I need to check out there. Yeah. I guess I say. Yep. So let's see what else. There you go. A little further something again. There's a little entry about a story. It's not much written, but it's I mentioned about any of y'all ever heard of a story called Flowers for Algernon? Okay, okay. Yeah, I would imagine because especially Stranger Things. Yeah, like I say, like I say, what I've heard of it's pretty dark there, but in a good way because yeah, I've watched some dark stuff, that they yeah some stuff that got really dark like that. Um, any of y'all ever heard of Flowers for Algernon? That was by Daniel Keyes. That's a okay. Yeah, yeah. But Flowers for Algernon, that was a book we read in school back in the eighth grade. And I think we may have seen it in ninth grade too, but I know we read in the eighth grade, and I think at some point we watched the movie adaptation of that book. There, a guy, they was doing a operation on him to help increase his IQ a bit. Yeah, but there was so yeah, there was that, and it was kind of going. It's a very interesting way they go through with the movie, but yeah, and the guy name was Charlie. Algernon was actually the name of a lab rat that he befriended there. So, and before they tested it out, the surgery on him, um, the experiment was done on the rat there. So, yeah, but yeah, it's kind of you might some people you might find a little odd, but it's not a bad movie though, or and it's and also a pretty good book too. So, yeah. And then I remember another, I don't know the title of this one, but there was another story they read to us in the eighth grade that actually, if you really think about this, gets really dark. There was a family in the story. The story said that the family was made of sugar. They like they people like us. They were literally made out of sugar, and all they ate was sugar. And they went out one day to the carnival, had fun and everything, and they were trying to get home real quick and everything. Just as they got in the driveway, before they can get in the house, the the flood it started raining, and when the rain hit them, they dissolved and melted. That's pretty dark there. Pretty dark and kind of disturbing there, especially you as a we're reading that in the eighth grade. Probably would have been more disturbing if we read it younger, like back in elementary. Oh boy. There's go. A bit further here. Okay, I doesn't freak out there. My favorite weather, yeah, I'd have to say a sunny day. I think a lot of us probably like a sunny day. I mean, you got some people that might like a rainy day. So, people different. Sunny. It would have to be sunny for me. And another thing I really like, in turn, not only just the weather, but also with season. I'm kind of like a in between type, especially with temperature. Like I don't not like freezing cold, and definitely not like burning hot like in the summertime. But just kind of in the middle. Now I'll put it this way: if I had to choose out of the season, like between summer and winter, I like the longer daylight we get in the spring and summertime. And going out, and like sometimes going outside playing in the park and stuff like that. But there are times I do like pieces of the winter there, with bundling up and stuff like that. It just kind of varies there. Clear. Okay. Yep. Yeah, like I say, it just kind of varies with me there, on how that, you know, all the stuff like that there. Mm. Oh boy, and here's a funny story I wrote in here. I said, I said the funniest thing happened. I don't think this really happened, but it's a funny, it is a funny little fantasy here. In gym class, one of the students, Carter, had found a penny on the floor, and he shouted to his opponent Bill, said, "Hey, a penny!" And Bill said, "Give it to me." So Carter tosses the penny and gives it a hard hit with the ping pong paddle. Bill quickly jumps backwards and lands into our coach, causing him to fall out of his chair. Then, when they fell, Bill accidentally tossed his paddle at Carter, and the paddle hit Carter in the face, and he fell on Nathan, causing him to throw his paddle and hit Bill in the face, and fall back on the coach. On the end, and they land on the end of the table, and the three boys sitting on the table fell off and slid into Coach and Bill, and then the table fell on Bill. All this because of a penny. Yeah, I could clearly say that did not really happen, but like I say, but that's even more the reason why it's funny because yeah, now if this really happened, yeah, it might not be so funny. Yeah, because then a bunch of us would have been hurt for real. Mm, uh, and then I even wrote, must have been a wild day. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I put it this way, might not, like I say, if it really did happen, that might not be so good for Bill and the coach there. I'm gonna hit this pity at you with the ping pong battle. And oh, there's a Garfield episode I wrote in here. Say sales resistance. John John's on his way home, and I wrote crazy salesman. Like, what luck? I can take a vacation. Hey pal, if you're selling stuff, try that house. They'll buy anything. John's like, Garfield, what did you buy this time? What overpriced, useless piece of junk did you spend my money on? And Garfield shows him a life-size statue of Leonardo da Vinci made out of elbow macaroni. Don't tell me you already have one. Garfield, you have to stop buying everything you see. Look what you bought last week. And an indoor plastic birth bath, a 20-year supply of dental floss, a battery-operated battery changer that's only good for changing its own batteries. It was on sale. No more, you understand? No more. I'm going out again. If you buy one more thing while I'm gone, no lasagna for the rest of your life. Rest of my life? Without lasagna, that could be like forever. And then a to be continued there. Yes, thank you. I actually did mention that, yeah, in my acting live stream that that's kind of how this. Oh yeah, I would mimic a lot of different people that I heard, especially like on TV and stuff like that. There, yes. Yeah, that was now one thing I will criticize about John in that episode. Why would you, in order for Garfield to buy all that stuff, you had to leave your wallet, and all your, your cards and your credit cards or whatever. You must have left them at the house. So why would you not have all that stuff with you, John? Then Garfield wouldn't have been able to buy all that stuff. Yeah, that's kind of a bonehead move there, John. And then, of course, Valentine's Day in here of 2002. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's see. Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm trying to go past that there. Okay, so but basically, um, I think that was when I gave Patty her Valentine's gift, obviously, and then I wrote a little bit more of that sales resistance thing. Barbara says, I better do something positive and constructive with my time. I'll watch TV. And then I put the great salesman. We're back, dear friends. We got magnificent merchandise where you can buy. Yes, yes, yes. Our next item is this: the Super Deluxe Designer Model Laser Powered Elephant Repeller. Gee, I don't have one of those. Call now. Operators are standing by to take your money in your call. And just as Garfield's about to pick up the phone, he hears John's voice. If you buy one more thing while I'm gone, no lasagna for the rest of your life. I wonder if John was serious. I'm serious. And he hangs up the phone, but then the great salesman says, and remember, the first 20 callers get the elephant repellents absolutely free. Plus, I will deliver every one of them in person. Free? Now, in this day and time, somebody, yeah, in this day and time, yeah, talk about free, yeah, that definitely would have been a catch, especially online now. Mm, yes, let's see, great. Okay, wrote that there. Kind of skipping ahead there. Got a Lion King song in there. I wrote the lyrics too from the second Lion King's movie. Ooh, boy. Okay, Tiffany. Yeah, just kind of trying to go. Working the money. Okay. Well, we'll see you later there, Desmond. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow and tomorrow stream there. So, all right, you have a good night, though. Have, see, what is it? I was trying to find something in. Okay. Let's see. I was trying to find something. Okay, more on that there. That there. Might be a little. Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. They say better late than never. Yeah, just like one of the episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine there. Yeah, let's see. Um, I'm trying to see something really good there. I'm trying to get like a really good. Okay, here's another drawing of a train transformer. Transformers, more than meets the eye. And you see over on the other side, yeah, because sometimes I had my journal with me at school, and I took math note and I took notes in the journal. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't put in here about it, but on Valentine's Day, I actually got Patty. And my mom had probably because I didn't have no job back then, um, but she had but the gift that was for Patty for Valentine's Day, was like I think it was a stuffed bear and some flowers, and I think it had like some little candy with it and stuff like that there. So yeah, I had that's what I got for there. Then according to this, let's see what the date is here. February, okay, it's February the 19th. Uh, few days, so some days, February the 19th, so like 5 days after Valentine's Day, and it was a Tuesday. That coming Friday was going to be Patty's birthday. So yeah, and I was at getting and I did not, and I honestly did not know she didn't. I didn't know that she had just mentioned that to me after Valentine's Day. So I had no idea that her birthday was that close there. Otherwise, I probably would have done like a Valentine birthday combo with them being so close together. Yeah, so let's see. Or that. Okay, I'm coming close to Friday there. Took math notes, and world history notes for my homework and stuff. I'm such a nerd. I tell you what, Jannar, just I'm yeah, you could probably see me and Billy kind of got some similarities there. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here it is. Oh boy. So there's so many. Just trying to see the date here. Okay, Thursday. Okay, that's Thursday. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So oh yeah. So here I actually I printed out a birthday card for Patty there. Uh, printed out. Okay, so I did it here. Printed out a birthday card for her. Uh, And let's see. Okay, got it. Okay, so here it is Friday. Um, so when I say there's a fourth grader dressed like Elvis Presley. so so sad little story here. Uh, just as I during lunch that day on Patty's birthday, she threw my birthday card in the trash and dumped me. Yeah, that's where I got dumped there. So I only had been with her for like a couple of weeks there. Yeah, it's a bit of a heart for my first heartbreak there. So yeah, then let's go. Don't know what we're going to find. Let's see, let's see. Okay, you got more notes from the church there. Okay. Okay, go. Wrote more math notes in there. Okay, so there is something else that happened that I want to mention there. Hmm. So I thought there was one point I thought there was a ghost in the school. Here in the tutoring room now. Yeah. Oh, and then when I started playing SpongeBob games on the online there, a little cutout from there. Cut out here. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that there. It comes with teeth. Okay, so after I got dumped there, apparently there for some reason she went from just I'm the ex girlfriend now. Now suddenly Patty became a bully. Yeah, she was hitting on. It seemed like she was hunting me down. She ran up, knocked me down on my back with my backpack on. Oh boy, I don't know why that was. There's like if it's over between us, why would you still bother the person there? So, mm, so wrote some songs in there from Lion King once again there. Okay. And I actually, oh boy, I got an email from Ed and Eddie from their show from Double D. Uh, Double D says, "Phew, I am tired. Spent all day labeling things in my room. Think I finally got everything in its proper place. The in its proper place and correctly labeled. I did have to make some hard decisions, like is the door an entryway? I compromised with myself and placed a label on the door, the one on the floor in the space as you walk through. And I think it's a good way to resolve this issue. As I was straightening, I found a few nickels and dimes which I will put aside for my new microscope. Eddie broke my last one, speaking of which. I hear him coming in. I better go open the door before he walks in here without taking his shoes off first. I dislike it when people walk around my room with their shoes on. Double D. Oh. Yeah. Then Eddie wrote, and I'm pretty sure this was like from the people that probably worked on the TV show as the characters, probably. Like, he's like, "This is Eddie, writing for Double D and Ed. Been working on all day to devise a plan to raise money to buy Jawbreakers. Like, Jawbreakers was a really big candy in Eddie that would make their jaws really big. There. So far, we've come up with a nickel which just isn't enough to buy anything. Which I thought what he said in one episode, Jawbreakers cost a nickel. But I guess to buy more than one. So, but still, money is money. Money means Jawbreakers. Woo! Something smells bad. Oh no! Double C says Ed forgot to shower again. The smell is overwhelming. Open a window. Oh no, Double D isn't looking too well. We better get back outside to fresh air. Eddie. Yeah. And there was some stuff. Oh, and then here's a story I wrote. The secret agent, Gabriel Johnson's secret agent, the DJ music killer. Oh boy. Oh no, it's kind of well. Okay, but this is kind of what my writing was like back then. It's a secret room below the stairs of the radio station. There's an evil disc jockey named Mr. Rocker with my curse words. I guess to make nothing but sailor mouth. And all the music, I'll force the world to listen to nothing but it. It's so silly here. Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, pretty. See inside the Burger King there. What is it here? Oh my goodness! Then I had one where I went into people's dreams there. People's dreams, sort of like what SpongeBob did in one of his episodes there. Yeah. And let's see. I think this was pretty much it there. It's a drawing of SpongeBob there. I think y'all can see it there. Yeah, drawing the SpongeBob and Garfield turning into Odie. Or I think it was supposed to be Odie. Well, yeah, okay, it is Garfield turning into Odie. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it of that one there. So now we have a story I wrote here. A story in here. Digimon Digital Monsters there. So Saga. And I actually I didn't draw this, but I made it. It was a program called Kit Pix that we had years ago. And I made it with a bunch of little stamp pieces and a black background. This was a creature called Venom Daemon, made from the Mega Armor Digi Egg of Hate and Darkness, a dark demon Digimon. Attacks were Inferno Crusher and Dark Infernal Chaos, Dark Crusher, and Evil Destroyer. Say Venom Daemon. Oh, we got the tamers in here and everything here. So I was funny about the characters there. Oh, I thought it was raining outside for a second. Okay, so they got the Digi song and everything. So here, chapter 1, Thanksgiving dinner at my granny's house. Terriermon's like, have you ever seen so much food on the table? That's enough to feed 2 Mammothmon and a Gilmon. And then it was time to say the grace. Big Papa said a little grace to bless the food there. Meanwhile, over at a place called Hypnos there, it's like, don't look like Thanksgiving. We'll be very thankful with all these wild ones. And look, another one. Looks like it's shooting something. Bioemergence in 10 seconds. Meanwhile, over at Rika's house there, she introduces Renamon to her family, which is something she did in the show right before they went into the digital world. But suddenly, a bioemergence happens right there at her house. It's like, everyone stay here. Turns out it's Lady Devamon, ultimate fallen angel Digimon. Attacks the darkness wave, evil wind, and black wind. Okay. So then it swipes a card through her Digivice. Digimodify! Ajumon's Heaven Charm activate! Like, Renamon shoots like this really like a pink cross at Lady Devamon, but of course she just brushes that off. Pathetic! Darkness wave! Did and then suddenly Digievolution. Renamon Digivolve to Cubimon Dragon Wheel. But Lady Devilmon still brushing it off there. Rika tries another card. Hey, Digi modify Imperial Ultramon's positron laser activate. And she fires that. There looks like a large laser cannon on her back. Lady Devilmon blocks it with an evil wind, which looks like a bunch of yellow goblin spirits there. Then she's just the then she takes out like this needle with black wings there, and tosses it. Black wing. And just then, Judy and Calamon show up. They, Rika, hey, Calamon, you know what to do. They, Calamon, Digiball to Mystery Mon. And then the two of them DNA Digiball. Like, Cubimon, Mystery Mon, DNA Digiball to Wisemon. Dun dun. Which looks like this ultimate level fortune teller Digimon. And you use and Wisemon's Crystal Storm, blowing away Lady Devilmon. That's the she's defeated, but Wisemon says, "Don't cheer so soon. Something's coming. It's the 12th Deva, also known as the Sovereign Digimon," and then turns back into Calamon and Renamon. Back at Granny's house, we've pretty much eaten Thanksgiving dinner and everything, and now I get and Rika calls me and lets me know what Wisemon told her. So yeah, now we gotta be ready for this Sovereign Digimon now. And here in chapter 2, the darkness, and not like as in I guess like to say the darkness like in Shark Boy and Lava Girl or the Twitches movie. And so the source of as a source of darkness of dark energy, said Bailey. Put a tracer on it, Yamaki says. Sir, it's bioemerging and it's getting bigger. The tracer indicates that it's right under us. Evacuate at once! Everybody gets to an emergency plane and then the Hypnos building blows up with a kaboom. 10 minutes later, there's a big dark energy field floating on Joella and Hollywood Avenue. Now, originally, Digimon does take place in Japan, but in my imagination, it was right here in Shreveport there. Me and all the other tamers go. Renamon, Rika and Renamon, Takato and Gilmon. Henry and Agumon, originally he had Terriermon, but in my imagination, he had Agumon, and I had Terriermon. Judy and Calamon, and Minister Ware and Impmon. All of us go in there ready to battle Venom Daemon. Says, welcome to your doom. All of us. Digimodify. Digivolution activate. Digievolution. So Gilmon Digivolves into Growlmon, Renamon into Cubimon, Terriermon into Gargomon, and see, now I even wrote details of the description of these Digimon there. Agumon into Greymon, Impmon into Kilomon, and Calamon into Mysterymon. Now let's go. Now go get them. They all launch their attacks. Pyroblaster, Boxtail Inferno, Bunny Pummel, Nova Blast, Transform Missile, Mystery Blast. But Venom Daemon blocks them all with his Inferno Chaos, which is like a spiral fire out of his mouth there. And suddenly it's like everybody disappeared. Minister Ware says, try this card. Takato swipes it. Digimodify. Faith activate. Growlmon's eyes light up and he shoots a really big Pyroblaster. But Venom Daemon roars back there and he tries the Hyperwing card. But suddenly Hyperwing card and also a combo with Mega Kabuterimon's Horn Blaster. So he tries that combo along with his Dragon Slash. But suddenly Venom Daemon eats Growlmon in one bite and crushes Staccato there with his Dark Crusher into dust there. So suddenly everybody else goes Digivolve to their ultimate level to try to and to say to get more powerful. Meanwhile, turns out Staccato and Gilmon are in the data world. Cause like I say in the digital field, they're data form. So he's like, we're still alive, just as total data. This was sort of a reference to an episode to the finale of season 1 of Digimon there, before Tamers. Um, Growlmon tells them that they can't give up and they have to figure out a way, and reminds them of his victory against Himeramon. So just the Kaido's like, okay, you're right. And suddenly 6 red cards appear, and the red cards are Warp Digivolution cards. So to get everybody to go to their Mega level. Originally in the show, the Mega level was obtained by both the Tamer and Digimon merging into this Mega level, but they hadn't got to that point yet when I wrote this, so I thought it was going to be a red card because for the ultimate level they swipe blue cards there. So all of them do Warp Digivolutions there, and I think that's as far as I kind of got in there. Yeah, so yeah, that's as far as I got, and I didn't come back to finish it there. So that was Tamers there. Let me put that over in here. I'll put these over here for right now. So I think let's see, might possibly, I think I should. I think I'll probably, yeah, I think I'll probably skip this other journal there because there is one thing I will show in this other journal. Okay, so I got some other drawings that were in it of some of the Devas from Digimon Tamers there. Yes, pretty decent there. Okay, I think he's upside down. That's why. Yeah, Himeramon, Angelamon. There's some more of them there. Just kind of randomly drew those there. So, and then there's some other Digimon drawings and also a Garfield comic. Monday, July 3rd, 1997. Dear Journal, I went to the store with John and Odie and Nermal. When we got to the lasagna aisle, she started dancing, and then Odie did it too. John was so distracted he forgot my lasagna, and the worst part is he used the money from my lasagna to buy them toys. Ugh. I decided to put a price tag on Odie and Nermal for $100, but the cashier thought they were so cute he told John he could have them for free. Oh no. Now I can't have lasagna for a week. Wrong. Actually, I hung them on a tree and used the money to buy a life supply of lasagna. This is sort of a reference when he actually left John in a tree in one episode. The comic there, eating all the lasagna. Garfield! And then, of course, there's some other drawings I did on the side there. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think. Only other thing I will mention from there that on my 14th birthday, I actually tried a Krabby Patty. Not the one from the Wendy's, not the one that Wendy's had, but I actually tried an actual crab cake between some between some buns like a burger. It did not, and I did not like it there. So yeah, only Krabby Patty I'm eating is an actual burger. So yeah, then it got this journal here. Uh, from 2000, also from 2000, from starting in September of 2002, when I started the ninth grade. Uh, got my name in here and everything. This is when I first mentioned about my friend Big Casey, as I call Big Sis Casey, um, about how we use our imagination, the role plays on the phone and stuff like that. There's a TV show that we was into called Hamtaro 2, about talking hamsters there. Real cute show. I'm glad. I hate the fact that I don't see it anymore there. Yeah, talk all about Hamtaro, um, and even the Hamtaro theme song. Say, I think I still remember it. It's Hamtaro time. Coochie coochie chicky chicky woo. Hamtaro. When we work together, it's much better. My best friend. We like sunflower seeds, crump, crump, crump. My hams. If she has for trouble, we won't let Hamtaro. Little hamsters speak adventures. Laura's gone to school. Let's go to our ham clubhouse. We can fix their troubles. Just be quiet as a mouse. Watch out for those cats, you know they're smarter than you think. But if we work together, we can make their plans sink. Woo! Hamilton Rose, Muser, Howdy, Penelope, Panda, my best friends. Rockstar Beach, you Cappy, Maxwell, my ham. Dexter, Boss, Bash, Rena, Jingle, Hamster, Little Hamsters, Big Egg Minches. Excuse me while I work out, gotta run on my wheel. Wee! Hamtaro, here to help you. Hamtaro's team is for you. You, Hamtaro, hee hee. Yep, that was a really good show, very adorable too. Yep. Let's see. Show to my music. Oh yeah, I remember I was taking piano classes back then. There. Uh, Humans my piano classes. So I took that every Saturday from E from EJS's mom there. She my piano teacher. Yep. And also here's a I mentioned in here about making a candy called Diamonds of Sugar. It was something I saw on Hamtaro. Of course, what ended up getting made was not like what I saw on TV as far as the appearance, but it was okay. It was um yeah, I think because for one thing I didn't really know how they made it in the show. Yes, had was kind of guessing that there, and I read Flowers for Algernon again while eating some Wahoos. That was a good snack back then. Yeah. Okay, so I actually wrote what it's about here. It's about a man named Charlie Gordon, about 32 years old, working at a place called Donner's Bakery, where he gets $11 a week, and he has an IQ of 68, which is pretty low. So professors, they said they can form an operation to increase his IQ and hope that it works. There. Hmm. So that was pretty much the plot of that book as well as his movie adaptation. Then, okay, then there's also a mention about the girl I had one of the girls I had a crush on back at church, and say, yeah, Johnny May there. Yeah, I just thought it was they had a big crush on her. Oh boy. So let's see. And I think there's probably more mentioned about her later in here. They let's see, gotta skip ahead here. That. Oh yeah, I had a dream about her. You were having a dream about her. So it was Saturday, almost time for my favorite show to start, Yu-Gi-Oh! Waiting for Casey to call, and then the phone rang, and turns out a couple hours later, while watching Yu-Gi-Oh, uh, suddenly Johnny May's in my room, and like Okay, and next thing you know, we're on a date at Mr. Gaddy's Pizza. And then I woke up there. And by the way, Mr. Gaddy was a pizza place we used to have here in Shreveport, but we don't have it anymore. We don't even have the one in Bossier. So, oh boy. So we finally made the Diamonds of. Oh no, we didn't. Well, we're going to. Let's see. So watching him, Taro. One of my teachers really liked frogs there. Some frogs there. They had some really good teachers here in the ninth grade there. Really, that were really good and everything there. Say the three. Oh man, I think the three. I wrote the three stupid stooges. I guess kind of made it kind of similar to Ed and Eddie a little bit there. Quan, House, and Montgomery. Nothing like a game of checkers. And then some checkers fell on him. So he was supposed every time he said like an item or something would fall on him. So it's like, that's great. Now set the checkers on the checkerboard. Picky picky like a jar of pickles. And then that fell on him. And when House laughs at him, he throws the pickle jar at House. Shut up and keep score, you dummy. And a mummy falls on him. I said dummy, not mummy. Almost almost like that mentioned meeting you get hit with a banana cream pie day on US Acres. Hmm. Well, I've got some science notes in here. In here and everything. The next page here. More about that stupid stooges there. Got really crazy there. Hey, but there are some few other things in there. And then another little song, a couple of other songs that were from Hamtaro. Oh, chicka chicka chicka, when you're in a jam. Chicka chicka chicka, remember I'm your ham. Bada bada bada, when you need a ham. Oh, Cobra, cushy cushy cushy, remember I'm your ham. Well, they are kind of cute. Or twirling, whirling round we go, twirling high and twirling low. See the colors skip and blow, twirling round we go. That was a song that was between a brother and sister hamster there. Yeah. So he and a matter of fact, because of how much I liked Hamtaro, I even had an imaginary hamster called Blue, a blue hamster. Oh, and oh my god, the song from the first episode of SpongeBob. Things that bother you never bother me. I'm as happy as pie, ha ha! Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Haven't got a lot, I don't need a lot. Coffee's only a dime. Living in the spotlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Just take it from me, I'm as free as any brother. I do what I like, just how I like and how I love it. Don't. I'm right here to stay when I'm old and gray. I'll be right in my prime. Living in the spotlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having a wonderful time. Boom. Yep, so let's see. Let's make sure I didn't stick anything here. Okay. I think. Oh yeah, and here's a drawing of blue with pashmina. I didn't have any other colors other than a blue pen, so I colored blue in. I kind of shipped him and pashmina together. And then there was a Digimon. made up there. They, yeah, Digimon have made up that I imagine Blue as a Digimon called Bluemon. So he would digivolve into Huramon, sort of a weather type Digimon. And then Metal Huramon. And then at Mega level, Uranomon. So, uh, oh boy. And then there's a story in here. Home home run there by it's a dream. Uh First time of the mentioning of the Dream League. A baseball game with Babe Ruth playing, but suddenly just as he was making a home run, uh oh boy, no, I better not read that one. Let's just say the enemy in here is not someone, yeah, someone I need to mention there. So yeah, I'm gonna skip that there. Okay, but here's a good one though. So I actually got to sit next to Johnny May in the worship service, and like I say, the only and yeah, and actually wrote that I had a crush on her there. Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, I was starting to think about her a lot there. Yeah. And then I also had got placed. I also had got offered to be a part of the journalism club at school because of a report. How well I did on a report in my English class there. Yep, and even drew a picture of the newspaper there. Oh boy. And here's a picture of Blue in winter wear. So, yeah, let's see. And even a picture of Mr. Krabs. I want me money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, let's see. And I even had there's even an entry in here about a restaurant I call myself making up uh called the Chili Chill. And ironic, a few years later when I watched That's So Raven, her dad has a restaurant called the Chill Grill. So, oh, how ironic is that there? But of course, my restaurant was basically chili related things because I really liked chili back then. Weird thing is, I grew up eating chili ever since I was like 4 years, probably like 3 or 4 years old. Chili and crackers and stuff like that, and Frito pie stuff, just chili itself. But when I got in either 15 or 16, I got tired of chili to the point that I didn't even have a taste for it anymore. Yeah, but I did like it back then. Though got chili patty 50 cents, a chili patty kid. I call myself trying to be have a low price restaurant. Chili patty kids meal with uh, with fries, drinking the toy for 99 cent. Double deluxe for 150. Chili patty 199. The triple deluxe. French fries or chili fries, small 5 cents, medium 10 cents, a large 15 cent, and an extra large 20 cents. Yeah, I probably if a restaurant like this actually does exist, I bet a lot of y'all would probably want to go for those prices there. A bowl of chili for 25 cent, Frito pie 25 cent, 15 cent for a chili dog. It's like this probably would have been the prices back, like say when my grandparents were growing up. Yeah. Had made my own crossword puzzle in there. Yeah, let's see. Two. Never get a bus. Let's see. His birth. Oh yeah, boy, about my granny's dad that we call that's my great grandpa, God rest his soul. His 91st birthday party, and let's say I was actually filming it there and kind of little, and to say sort of got a little silly with it there, and then oh, I got three people in the chat now. So, definitely, any of y'all that's in the chat, yeah, definitely give us some likes there and like say, hey, what's up? How y'all? Hey, say, hey, how you doing? You know, let me know who you are there. So we got so then I think that's when I mentioned to Casey about my crush on Johnny May there. Say that I said I was going to tell her. I was going to tell her. Uh, so he didn't really say whether she liked me or not there. And also, I did mention about this in my live stream yesterday about the church life there, but this kind of got a little more detail here. Uh, so yeah, so not really much happened other than a dream date that I had in my dream. Of course, that's why it's called a dream. In the dream, I'm driving a blue Corolla car to pick her up, wearing a some blue tuxedo with a white shirt, of course, because I like blue. And she was wearing a sparkling pink dress. Now, a lot of this stuff that I'm revealing to you guys from these like writings and journals, kind of play out. Now, maybe it's slightly different, but they sort of play out in some of the future books that I started to write, including like the ones I'm writing now. So, like, so she had a sparkling pink dress then, white sparkling shoes, and they headed off to the IHOP. Like, great place for a date. All fancy like there. I said in a French accent, you look very lovely tonight. Like, thank you. Like, and then the waiter comes, Mr. Johnson, you have a message for you. I come there, and then it's one of my oh boy, it's my church rival who fought with oh, excuse me, who we got in a bit of an argument a few years before this about another girl there. So then I woke up there, kind of, and then oh boy, so then we have then I wrote in here an episode of SpongeBob the clams. And even got some pictures in here amongst the writing. Yeah, the sponge. Ah, a normal day at the Krusty Krab. Which do you like better, the coral bits or the fried or the nacho oyster skin? I like neither. Yeah, take your order. Well, how about the barnacle rings? Are they any good? No. What will you have? Oh, how about the sir? Let's just get this over with. I hate everything on the menu. Now, what do you want? Try the coral bits. I'll try the coral bits. That'll be $1. Then the alarm goes off. What's good? Something stupid, I'm sure. And suddenly there was like a band playing in the episode. Dun, 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 dun. And Mr. Krabs appeared like whoopee and started rubbing the dollar on his butt there. like really? So, and that was all I wrote of that. There's a little bit more later there in further down there. Oh boy. There's another picture I drew of the illusionist faceless mage there. Now, looks like from because because I thought I'd be able to cover all the stuff I had here in one stream there, and we're going pretty wild. But looks like I might have to carry this. Make my so may look like my next stream will have it look like this will have to be a two-parter live stream. So yeah, because say that's only because I'm gonna have to sign off in just a little bit there to get ready for my midnight shift. So I'm gonna finish this book and then yeah, we'll put to be continued, as Kai will say in Dark Dimensions. Hey Argami, to be continued. Got a little bit more of the SpongeBob episode. Hey, so celebrate me $1 million. I think we should go on a nice trip. And then I pretty much drew out the episode. As you can see, yeah, them going clam fishing. And then of course, when SpongeBob was going crazy with the fishing hook with his cast, like, hey, watch while you're swinging that. And then SpongeBob, be careful with. Ow! He pulled his nose off. Okay, Mr. Krabs, I've had enough. Squidward. And suddenly, Mr. Krabs' dollar. Why would you have that taped to your pants on this fishing trip, Mr. Krabs? SpongeBob, you hooked me $1 million on the backswing. Reel it in before I keyhaul ya. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no. SpongeBob, quick, reel it in. Can't you hear the music? That's the four-string ostinato in D minor. Every sailor knows it means death. Hurry, SpongeBob is getting close. There you are, you sticking bildrats. And I drew that out there. Yeah, I was definitely into SpongeBob there. And I mentioned in here sometime when I go on my lunch, my we go for lunch at school, I would pretend I was driving my car over to the Krusty Krab to eat lunch. So I guess technically, if I really was doing that, I'd have to go underwater to Bikini Bottom. So don't ask me how that would work. They go, SpongeBob. It's SpongeBob. But I got some questions here. So, speaking of which, got another drawing of him with his Krabby Patty there. Mm. Even one of Squidward turning into SpongeBob. Hmm. Think that they kind of did something close to that in one of the episodes there. Yeah, got more English notes there. Notes and stuff like that. 24/7. Okay, and then got another. Yeah, let's just say when I had a crush on someone back then, yeah, it would be on my mind a lot there. Of course, and of course that explains who I'm with now. So okay, so it said dance with Johnny May. This was a daydream here. These meadows are so wonderful. Johnny May smelling the flowers there. Hey, would you like to dance? And we start dancing there. There's music playing, of course. That blue tuxedo and fairy princess dress, pink fairy dress, like an enchanted dream there. Laying in the soft grass, watching nature and the animals and stuff. Then, then a church that was out there, go to church. Then watching the sunset. And now sitting by the Nile River watching dolphins and flying fish. Clock strikes midnight and we dance until sunrise. Fell asleep in a butterfly garden thinking of the wonderful day. Then of course, then the dawn comes again. Go to IHOP for romantic dinner. They dance, and then of course exchange a kiss there. Best daydream. That's what I wrote here, though. Let's say. So let's see. See what else we got in here. Little church notes here. Sat next to Johnny May again during worship service there. And I think at that point my mom found out there, which she probably knew that already. You know, moms always know. They know. And there's another card, there's another dual monster I draw called what's it? Metabat. Yeah, Metabat. There's a few others here. Got Tungia. Yeah, put some details in there. And the Black Skull Dragon. Not exactly the best, but a little bit better than Mega Gargomon now. Yeah. Of course, there's this. Yeah, some wacky stuff in there. And I think this is where it kind of ended here. They I was sick and everything. Transformers. Let's see. Got a transformer there. Look like a manta ray there. I think he's vehicle robot there. Look like a manta ray, but I think it's some kind of vehicle though. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh boy. And then I was wondering where this was, but watch the let's see. I think this is where okay, so this I don't it doesn't say in here, but this is November 2nd, 2002. This is when the multi-parter started on Yu-Gi-Oh! Of the Dungeon Dice game there. Um and it's I remember that same day, I think that's when I went to a was it a basketball game at my cousin Tiffany's school. She was one of the cheerleaders there, and this was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. They have vending machines at this school where you can get some snacks. I got me I think it was some chips and I think I had a snack. Yeah, so I had a Butterfinger and a bottle of fruit juice. And I got that. I was gonna head back and enjoy that while I'm watching the game. And they told me I could not have snacks. I couldn't. That I wasn't allowed to eat in the gym. So I had to eat and drink all that before I could come back in there. Missing part of the game. Why would if you? Why would you even have snack vending machines that if we can't even eat while we're watching the game? Mm. So, yeah, there was a. And then I think at one point, I think at this point, Hamtaro stopped coming on. They had Hamtaro had stopped coming on, and I was wondering, wait a minute, Saturday. Hmm, it's weird. I got October 4th after November 2nd for some reason. It's kind of weird there, but the Hamtaro show had stopped coming on for some reason, and I was calling myself writing a petition to get it back on. Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much it of that journal there. Let's see how many more I get. But yeah, it's yeah. So I've read through quite a bit there. And look like we're gonna have a part 2 to this live stream. So I guess I gotta edit that there. Like I said, it's a little more than I thought it would be. Um, so I gotta edit. So I'm gonna edit that, make some edits to my thumbnail and stuff like that. Those of y'all watching the replay will probably see it, but those of y'all here in the stream, yeah, it was. So gonna be this will be part 1. And tomorrow night we're actually gonna do part 2. I had something else planned for a live stream tomorrow night, but looks like I got a change of plans, so it's gonna be part 2. Um, I'm not sure yet. I may. The stream I was gonna do tomorrow, I may do it Saturday. Just all depends on what's going on. Not just work, but also some other things as well. Especially like what my schedule be for the upcoming week and stuff like that. So that's a maybe. If not, then what we'll do. I mentioned that next week was going to be my power rank. I was going to some things I got planned for the stream. Was going to be. It was supposed to be my dream. Talk about the Dream League tomorrow. From 2004, the Dream League series. But so if I do a stream Saturday, it'll be that. And then, of course, my next week after the Bible reading stream on one of the weekdays, on first available weekday, will be my history of Power Rangers, as I mentioned to Junara. So, but if I don't get the stream Saturday, then yeah, like I said, tomorrow we continue where I left off in these journals. And if I don't come back Saturday, we will do the my I'm going to call it my history of the Dream League, uh, history of the Dream League series of 2002, and then the stream after that will be my history in Power Rangers. So yeah, so those there's your upcoming streams coming up. So yeah, part two of this Dream League and Power Rangers, and don't forget the Bible reading on Sunday. So that's what's coming. That's what'll be coming up. I'll be also dropping my toy reviews, my final ones, Optimus and Megatron. So yeah, gonna get those dropped so y'all can finally see them and that'll be the last of my Transformer toy reviews. And with that all said, definitely make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you'll be notified. If for some reason you're subscribed but you're not getting notified because Desmond told me the last stream he did not get a notification of it. And I've seen cases of that where people that were subscribed to the channel for some reason didn't get notification, because that's happened even to me with certain channels that I'm subscribed to. So yeah, like I say, if you don't get notification even though you're subscribed, definitely still keep an eye on the channel, especially the community tab, and you'll see, okay, what Gabe got coming up next. So definitely also buy available books and be support us on that Patreon, just like your boy AJ the Supreme. Big Sis Casey and Iceman Universe, and also hang out on Facebook and Discord. And we can sell each other some stuff on that Macari app. And also hang out here on the live streams too. And without further ado, just get it's 10:31 over here, and I've been it's close to 2 hours and 30 minutes. But yeah, like I say, gotta get on so I won't be late for my midnight shift. And we will see y'all in the next stream as well as the upcoming streams and videos coming up. So until then, y'all take care, everybody. Peace out.